Hi guys. Yesterday, let's do a little revision of what we were working on yesterday. Yesterday we were working on what are the 5 requirements for writing a complete sentence. So let's do a little revision now. Every complete sentence must begin with a capital letter. Very good. So this was our symbol for capital letters. Very good. Every complete sentence must end with a and punctuation. Good. It could be either a period, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Now, what should be in the middle of our sentence? Good. It should have a subject and a verb, and it must make sense. Good job. Now, today we're going to build on that learning of what we were working on yesterday. You will begin learning a strategy for writing simple sentences and checking them to make sure that they are complete. Now, this is an important strategy for you to learn because it will help you to write complete simple sentences. And you will need to know how to write this before you can move on to writing more complex sentences. Now, you will need to listen, take notes, and participate in the discussions. And you will also need to complete some lessons at the end of the class. Now, you will begin using a strategy called the PEN strategy, okay? Right here. To write a variety of simple sentences like the ones that we talked about yesterday. Now, once you have mastered simple sentences, you will learn how to use the same strategy to write more complicated sentences, like the sentences students would use for high school or for college classes. Now, I would like for you to open your notebook and to write down the PEN strategy and to take notes as we're working on each one of the steps of this strategy. Now, first of all, the first strategy of the PEN strategy is P for pick a formula. So, yesterday we were working on the SV formula, okay? And so, which means subject and verb. So far, we've just worked on one formula, so for today, we're going to use this formula. Now, in the future, you will learn more formulas, and you can choose more formulas from there. But for now, we're just going to use this formula because this is the one that we have really worked on. Now, the next step of the strategy is you explore words to fit the formula. Now, so we need to think about what would be possible words for our subject. Now, remember, the subject stands for a person. What else? Place. Good job. Things. Qualities. And what was the last one? Ideas. Excellent. So, which are possible examples? Good. Excellent examples. Good job. Now, let's think about our verb. Now, remember that verbs are action words. So, there are 2 types of action words that you could have. You can have good body actions. And what was the other one? Mind actions. So, give me some examples about mind actions that you could think of and body actions. Excellent. Now, let's think about one of those that would fit our subject. Okay? Now, what was the subject? Let's think about the subject. What subject can we choose? Girl. That would be a good one. Yes, I like that one. Now, what would be a verb that would fit girl? Ate. Excellent. So, girl ate. Awesome. Now, we've now thought of 2 words that fit our formula. Now we've completed the E step. So let's move on to the note the words, which is the end step, the next step over here. Now, we need to note the words, and that means that we need to write the words that we have chosen. Now, as you write the subject and the verb words, what do you need to be careful in to include your sentences beside the words? Good, a capital letter and sense to make a complete sentence. So the girl ate For this strategy, this one breaks into other strategies that we're just going to be working now. Sentence. Now, let's move on to the next step, which is root out the subject. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for the subject of the sentence to make sure that it does have a subject. And it says we need to ask ourselves this question: who or what? And we need to include right here the verb of our sentence so that we can find the subject of our sentence. Like in this case, I wrote down who or what ate, because that was the verb that we could identify in the earlier stage, which was asked is there a verb. So, who or what ate? I look over here, and I'm just going to look at the other words to make sure that, to answer this question, okay? So, who or what ate that doesn't really make sense. Who or what ate, in this sentence, who is the person that ate? The girl is the person that ate. So, who or what ate the ice cream? It was the girl, the one that ate. So, in this case, girl would be the subject of our sentence. So, I write down S right above the word girl. Now, the last step of our search and check step is key in on the beginning, the ending, and the meaning. Now, what do you think that stands for? Good, it stands for the beginning, that it should have a capital. Ending, it should have a punctuation mark. And meaning, that our sentence has to make meaning, right? So what I will do is I'm going to look at our sentence again, and I will check for these things. Now, does our sentence start with a capital? Yes, it starts with a capital right here. Does it have an end punctuation? Yes, it has a period right here. Does it make sense? The girl ate ice cream. Yes, it actually does make sense. So, now, it is very important that we've seen that there are 4 steps for writing a sentence. They are called pen steps. Now, for the last step, these are the pen steps right here. For the last step, which is search and check, it breaks down into sub-steps, right? This is, now remember that the pen strategy is easy for you to remember because you write with pens. And you'll also notice that the parts of the search and check steps, also called the mark, is called a word mark because you have here the letters M-A-R-K that stand for mark. Now that's easy to remember because pens make a lasting mark on a piece of paper. Now you will be able to remember how to write a sentence if you remember the words pens mark, okay? And what they mean. So now we're going to do a little bit more of practice. Thank you.